Hey there, and welcome back to Cursed Seeds, an educational monster train series where we struggle through the toughest challenges around. I'm going way out of order. I'm terribly sorry. Some people have submitted a lot of episodes, and I've just gone and picked the most interesting ones that are wild. This one is a video, or rather, I suppose it was a run that was on a video done by It's Tanglicious, otherwise known as Heart, who is a fantastic content creator. Please go support them. They are a smaller Monster Train channel. I think that they are genuinely a better Monster Train player than I am. So if you're here, if you're in my channel because you think I'm good at the game, go watch them. They're better. Now, if you're here because you're actually entertained by me, great. You're in the right place. Regardless, this was a run that completely crunched them. They were tons of resets, very challenging combats throughout. I don't actually know the run. After it was told to me that this run was tough and that I was going to get the submission, I didn't watch the episode. All I know is that it was apparently a ridiculously cursed run. Now, there will be some differences, of course. I am not intending to play this at maximum shards. My goal will be to win the run. So if the cursed nature of the run comes from being 200 plus shards, well, maybe we don't end up that far. We'll see. But regardless, I find any run that challenges other content creators like that very interesting and one that I want to play. So here we are. The run is Penumbra and Dregs. Garbage. Absolute garbage. This is very hard to function with. It's a classical terrible clan combo. Penumbra is the worst of Umbra in general. Primordium is great because Primordium can prop up a bunch of garbage units, right? It doesn't matter if your Crucible Warden is a 2020 loser. If you feed him 40 damage every turn for 3 turns and then retch that back and do it again, you're gonna win, right? If he hits 3 times, that's still like a bajillion damage. Great job, you've won the run. Solve some backlines, that's a wrap. Primordium props things up. Penumbra does no such thing. Penumbra at best gets out of your way, at worst is complete trash. Now, dregs are not necessarily bad. I actually think melting is very strong, but melting plays its own game, right? You have to lean hard into melting, and it can be hard to assemble a melting run out of things if you don't have the pieces, or like you miss Paraffin Enforcer, for instance. It's not easy. You miss Draft. You can have some pretty tough melting runs all the same. You also, most importantly, lose out on Primitive Mold, which is the best part of this kind of a clan combo normally. Dregs do very little for you. The best thing they do is go away very easily. They are essentially consume zeros, which is pretty strong if you think about it. So that's kind of what we're working with. I'm a little anxious to see just how bad it is. We do have a win though, right? They did pull this out after a bajillion resets apparently, so that's exciting. We will compare our run to theirs at the end, see what we did differently, what they did differently. So, anyway, if you're joining us for the first time, the idea behind this series is that I'm playing viewer-submitted runs. If you're playing Covenant 25 Monster Train with no mutators, and you either find a run that you struggle with a little bit, or a lot of it, or a run that you think is awesome for one reason or another, you can send it my way either way. To do so, you will go to your run summary, generate a challenge link. It looks like a 3-word combo similar to what you see here at the top of the screen. And then get that to me via however you can, right? The easiest way and the best way, in my opinion, is to submit it to me via my Discord server. You'll find it on my homepage. The reason I suggest that is because other people will play your run before it is submitted, right? Before I actually get to it. Oftentimes, we'll have the interesting runs get a lot of discussion, and we'll get multiple players playing it, which is great. That way you get some more immediate feedback. You can, of course, still get it to me any other way you can. YouTube comment, email, some other social media, all good. I still get them via Reddit DMs, so, it is what it is. But however you get it to me, I will add it to the list and eventually get it on the channel. So, not terribly much otherwise, though. I think that's all I have to add. So, yeah, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see what this doomed Umbra run has for us today. Let's click the button and hope for the best. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. I've been recording a fair bit, getting a bit of a backlog set up, which is nice. And Yeah, pretty much all I have to add there. Nothing too crazy. I have got a good backlog of curse seeds actually now. Well, obviously I have a good backlog while I'm recording this one, but by the time this video goes live, that backlog will no longer exist. But hopefully that means I'll have caught up and have more episodes in the future as well. So pretty good stuff. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I'm doing well on the recording stuff. I got some other stuff I need to record, which is nice. I've been putting it off because I'm trying to get good before I record it. But yeah, I'm working on stuff and things. It's always exciting. But yeah, let's play some Monster Train. Here we are. So as before, we are default Umbra, default Melting, a kind of Garbo clan combo. I guess that rhymes. Wow, Garbo clan combo. That's cool. I didn't realize that when I said it. Which means I've already talked about this though, so I'm not going to belabor it. We're fighting Explosive Sigil, Daedalus, Cursefell, Diligent Seraph with Packed Morsels, Hallowed Drippings, and Crucible Extension. Cool. I don't hate Diligent here. We at least got all spells from the starter. We obviously have Dregs, so that's a little bit of a downside, but it could be worse, right? We could have had a bunch of units in our opener. We at least start with these like 7. It's 5 plus, actually 5 plus 5, we have 10 right now, which is a good opener, right? We'll draft some stuff, we'll dupe some things, it'll be okay. Now these starters don't really do anything, unfortunately. You have Hallowed Drippings is nice because if we end up on a burnout line, that will prop us up a lot, especially having 2 copies. Packed Morsels if we end up in a morsel strategy, very cool. And then Crucible Extension is also here. This card, I've talked about this a lot. I think this card is pretty depressing. I think it either needs to be 1 for 1 or it needs to be 2 for 2, is kind of my opinion. I guess I would prefer 2 for 2 because in practice, I think that makes it a little more interesting, a little bit more diverse from Space Prism, right? It's not just Space Prism plus a remove consume in that case, in my opinion at least. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this going. All right, temples today are 2, 3, 5, 7. Cool, 4 temples, all good. Dupe on 8 is magic side, nothing fancy. Steel and magic on 7. Steel shop is better with the vortex. Magic has a cave. Hellvent Horde Cave is pretty good on 6. Note the lack of magic and steel shops there. Though it's worth noting, we do have money on the side plus trinket shop, Horde in the middle, so that could be a pretty cool side as well. I like that actually. Steel magic in 5. Magic has the vortex and the cave, so it's much better. Steel's just got some garbage. Random Hellvent Umbra banner on 4. Competes with, again, no shops. Wow, rough. We have a Horde Vortex Health on 4 as well. So 2 floors with no steel or magic shops entirely. Pretty rough, actually. It means you're going to have some dead floors, essentially. If you're not powering up your spells or your units, what are you really doing, right? It's like you look at this trinket shop and you think, I could get a trinket that matters. More likely you're going to find some garbage and you're going to spend 60 gold and not get a lot. But maybe you high roll. It's true. Early game, because of all the cursed floors, we get double of every banner. Double steel, double magic. Steel side has Umbra. Magic side has Remnant. So we get the pick of all of our units, pretty much. We get a lot of options. I have no good real choices for holdover or anything, but I guess we'll see what we roll into. Winged Technology, Worn Grindstone. It's always Winged Technology here because it means that I could actually play morsels if I end up on that line, and it certainly makes the Umbra side with the steel shops much more palatable, right? Alloyed Construct is suddenly online. I don't hate Worn Grindstone, but it's definitely Winged Technology. This also makes, by the way, Shade Splitters really good tank cards, so I like that. Monstrous Architect. I'm going to play Architect every time here. I think it's just correct. This way I can do something else with my floor. We'll grab money and move on. No problem. Unit draft. Yeah, I get past this, right? It's going to be tricky, but I do get past this. That's actually kind of risky. It's clergy plus damage, which is spicy. So I think we always Shade Splitter. How can I assemble this, right? 1, 2, 3. He generates 2, so he's 1 space, so 4 space left. 1, 2. Morsel tank. I want to play this upstairs, so I think we're going to do this. I do think we want the trains. I actually think the Crucible extension is better here. it lets me get maybe more dregs and train stewards down, because I need to pop these clergy, right? I guess I will sack the dreg. There's really no reason to have him up top. Incredible. Okay, so the play is... Man, Pack Morsels is such a weaponized ability. I love that card here. They all have damage shield, and most of them are going to do damage. Let's crack that Packed Morsels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can get away with a lot here if I go Jeweler, Jeweler, right? And then we get 2 attackers here that take out 2 guys. Then I can play Morsel upstairs. We go other Morsel and more damage. That's good. It's good to clear 2 here. I like that. And we'll actually play a Train Steward. Okay. Alright, good. I'd like to do this again if possible. We're going to go for double Shade Splitters. 1, 2. He takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, I don't think we get a swing in, right? Because this is 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more attacks will pop out the dregs. So, yeah, and I can't fit the Train Steward in because it's too much space. Alright, so we're going to beef up upstairs. Is I think the best we can hope for here. I'm going to put in a dreg. Maybe we roll the other Packed Morsels and can really weaponize this, huh? That might be ideal. Let's put the dreg in and get a Train Steward downstairs. Okay, we're doing our best, I think. The health will help. This floor is scary. Yeah, very dicey. We go tank up front, which I think does swing this in a good way. I can go lifesteal in as well, which is nice and cool. Which... Oh, no, I should have put him in the back. I'd lose 5 health for that. Oh, come off of it. Didn't even think that'd be pushing into the clergyman. That's unfortunate. Bad plays, bad plays. We go Umbra down here. I lose 5 health for that. That's a real stupid brain dead play. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go other Train Steward here, and we actually do pop something downstairs, which is kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and double Hallow Drippings upstairs, just so that dreg doesn't go away. Man, that's a real brain-dead play. Take 10 damage instead of 5. Alright, it's okay. I think we can get away with this double Jeweler here, and then Train Steward, and I think we actually pop both front guys. Alright, we're out. Yep, we're good. Alright, we took 5 more damage than we needed to. That could kill me, unfortunately. But we do win. Ah, it's such a bummer. That's okay. We get through it. We deal with it. I'm not going to reset the combat for a tactical mistake. I hate it, but it's okay. I'm going to grab Perils here. Am I going to go to a magic shop? I should grab Perils anyway. Oh, man, this is a spicy Perils. That's a spicy Perils. I kind of like the morsels, right? I actually think the morsels are pretty cool here. Maybe I go and look... the thing that's leaning me that way is I'm looking at double Umbra banners, and they don't look that terrible. If I can catch a multi-strike here, I think that the packed morsels could be a lot of value. Am I actually going to consider skipping Perils here? The Perils is really dicey. You really need to build your whole run around this if you're going to go into Diligent with it. You want a lot of zero-cost cards that can, you know, prevent having to burn a Perils, right? So, if I'm going Umbra, possibly. We'll just notionally think that for now. Assuming I miss and I need a second Steel Shop. So, fully dead Ring 4. I could see a Magic Shop on 5. Maybe a Trinket Shop on 6. You get your pick on 7. And then the dupe is Magic Side. So you maybe path into 3 Magic Shops late game. This would be a very prospective future game pick. I'm actually just going to grab the Pack Morsels, I think. That's weird, but fine. Stealth is good. It's hard to say no to Stealth. I mean, it makes the Endless useful, right? That's fine. I like Endless. I could go Bomb. Oh, I'm gonna go stealth. I think stealth is a little better here. What do we see? Morsel Maker, Lady of the Reformed, Shadow Eater. Rough. I'm gonna take the Morsel Maker because it's a better infusion, I guess. It's fine. Sure. Alright. That's not ideal. I do think I'm going to the left, though. We have an endless target. We have maybe a really cursed multi-strike target. Quick. Damage shield 3. Okay. Spell chain intrinsic. Huh. Morsel Maid. I mean, we snap click this. I'm just thinking to myself, we have a really good run for Morsel Maid, don't we? Maybe you never see multi-strike. I'm wondering now, I see this, and instead of getting excited, I'm just wondering, okay, so we have a good unit. What's cursed about this run, then? Unclear. Actually unclear. 20 health? Do I need this damage shield 3? It's not bad, I suppose. It's very good defense, if I'm being honest with you, but he can eat super fast. I think I'm just going to skip that. Maybe I go quick instead. Do I have enough money to quick and reroll? 250? No, I don't. It's not bad to quick multi. I don't hate that. But he's going to be tanky as heck anyway. Let's spin this and see. Okay, I mean, they give me a multi-strike. I feel pretty confident after this, right? That's pretty reasonable. We can always use... I mean, I'm going to spell chain a Packed Morsels immediately, now that I have this. And I guess I could purge the Morsel Maker. What's a better infusion here? Alloyed Construct for sure? We have enough morsels to feed that, no problem. I'm going to chill. You could, like, intrinsic the Packed Morsels here, but I think I would rather hold out for... what? It's not bad. I don't hate it. You get 6 morsels on turn 1. Would this be an X5? Would I ever X5 this if they show it to me? I think I would prefer it without the intrinsic if I X5 it. I think I'm just going to chill. Do I ever intrinsic Crucible Extension? Not with Morsel Maid, no. I think we just hang out for now. It's okay. This will work. We have enough space. Eventually this will get annoying, I think, but it's fine. We should be strong here, I think. Cool. We go Shade Splitter, drop it, Penumbra, right? There's 4 space here, actually. He's 3 space. Ugh, is that actually true? He's a 3 space unit, so I can't fit the floor together. That's a bummer. I actually think that is true. I'm going to go ahead and place him bottom floor, or middle floor then, rather. Here you go, champ. It's not ideal, but it'll do something. Alright, first order business. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. I could have done it if I didn't play Penumbra on the floor, but I actually prefer the Morsel Maid to the Penumbra, so, you know, your mileage may vary. Let's get some feed in there. I'm a big fan of this. I am going to play the Crucible Extension. You might as well. And then we become the process of big morsel man. I should have probably put him in front, but whatever. It kind of doesn't matter. Okay, eat food. Great. Chomp. Chomp. Cool. I'm going to put a dreg in the back to hit that guy. Great. Put a dreg here. Great. I guess we'll drop the Molten Encasement. It's fine. Sure, sure, sure. I think we're losing Penumbra here, but I'm not upset by it. I could maybe fix this, though. Putting in the dreg in front saves him. Sure, seems good. Cool. Alright, well, we're clearing this combat, which is great. And we get big morsel power here, which is cool. This man is doing 1,000,000 damage. I think it's really as simple as find a good infusion, make 1,000,000 of these packed morsels, and crush otherwise, right? Yeah, I think it is that straightforward. This guy wins automatically here. Yeah, there's no chance he loses this, so it's fine. The only time I use hotkeys is with Morsel Maid. It's actually kind of funny. That's actually the only time I use my keyboard while playing Monster Train. You want to take a Perils now? Not really. I'd rather take a Ping, something that can take magic power. We have enough offensive scaling, actually. Let's go ahead and grab the Mind Collapse. That's good. Draft, Dripfall. I think I am going to take Dripfall. That's a pretty decent Disrupt card. And then I guess I'm going to look for an Overstack here. Maybe an Alloyed Construct Infusion or something. It's pretty decent. I'll tell you what, Quick Multi, I'm feeling pretty decent about that. Crucible Warden is a good infusion, right? The question you have to ask yourself is, do I want the stronger defense of this, or do I want the Morsel Maid? There's not going to be anything in Melting that's better. The only better one here would be an Alloyed Construct. Now, I could hold out for said Alloyed Construct. I could hold out. I mean, the Warden is good. It's a good seed, but I have a lot of Morsels generation already. If I could see out more spell chains, I would take them. I should probably dupe this spell chain packed Morsels a bunch. We're hitting twice. I need to deal with backlines. So, yeah, I need to deal with backlines. Is this wrong? The only thing that gives me pause here is that I've already spent the draw, or rather the removal on Morsel Maker, right? And he's not bad, right? +6/+6, it's fine. Over time, this will be offensive scaling, kind of. And it is some defensive scaling, though it pretty much never reaches this level of defense. This is roughly like 110 health on average. You should consider this like 110 health. Now, I'd rather hold out for an Alloyed Construct if we see it. That would be optimal, in my opinion. Fun fact, I did skip on an Intrinsic, which I could have put on a Hallow Drippings, and then I could have used the Draft Infusion. But I do think that puts us at a big risk against something like Crystal Cloak, and if we go high shards, that would put a risk on Diligent, so I don't know if I appreciate that. Going in on Burnout adds a risk that I don't think we need here, but there is a third multi-strike if you wanted to go that route in this run. I don't think I want this guy. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I think I would rather use the unit I've already grabbed. Now, do I have to do this now? I don't think so. It doesn't add enough value for me to really care. And if I can get them in the right order for this combat, it's actually better to keep them separate. I'm going to skip. You know, this might be controversial. I think I love Crucible Warden's Infusion, but I'm going to skip that. Now, here's your question. Am I going to settle for Quick Multi? This is really good. A third hit would unequivocally be better. Just hands down. Just stronger by a lot. So, that's true. I could also re-roll this into, you know, some pretty garbage stuff. Large Stone, Endless. The question really comes down to, do I need it now, and do I get a chance to see a better option later? I skipped the Perils. So, with no Perils in our run, because we're just relying on Morsel Maid here, I don't really need anything else. He scales because morsels get eaten so fast. I could maybe go Ring 5, Steel Shop? Maybe have a chance at another multi. I do see one on Ring 7. It's the really strong side. I'd like to align with the dupes coming up. Ooh, we actually get another Umbra Banner. That makes the Alloyed Construct pretty possible, huh? Because I want to go to this dupe for the, what is it, Mr. Spellchain Pack Morsels. I think we chill, actually. This may also be controversial. Obviously, it means if I see an overstack, I feel a little bad, but fine, I think. I'm going to toss a 10 in Piercing at this Mind Collapse. That's a good pick. Otherwise, I think we hang out. Don't give me an overstack, give me something better. X5, maybe? Umbra Consumable. Now, here's your question. Umbra Consumable could be Space Prism, or it could be Packed Morsels. Packed Morsels is great. I would love another one. Wormkin Consumable, I think the lowest chance that you see one here is always going to be the Broken Memories, which is essentially possibly another spell chain. So I think I actually go Wormkin here. No, not Total Recall. I missed. Bummer. I'm trying to be smart. I was hoping for that Broken Memories, but of course it gave me the Total Recall, which isn't even a stupid consumable. Seriously, look at it. It's not an object. Okay, maybe it's a crystal, but it's called Total Recall. All right, we move on, right? Yeah, we're going to go for this Umbra banner. We dupe the packed morsels with Spell Chain. We chill otherwise. I think we're very strong right now. Move on. Interesting. Okay. We have tools that I think I can use to jank together a win pretty much already. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I think just straight up playing like this is better, because he eats that, spawns 2 things, we drop in, I guess Penumbra can go hang out on mid-floor here, sure. We play them separately, which is, in my opinion, nice. Drop in this man, it's pretty cool. I'm going to drop in Dreg plus Molten Encasement here. Keep that Hallow Drippings going. This is a little slow because I don't get a chance to actually eat the packed morsels, but it does work out in the end because he immediately chomps everything else. So now it's free real estate, in my opinion. Cool. We just play other cards out, get rid of them pretty much, right? Yeah. It is, I mean, it's free scaling here, right? He just gets free stats every turn, which is great. I get to eat stuff. Cool. Chow down, buddy. Let's go. Big food. I think I'm going to take the Dragon Front to save Penumbra another turn. Nothing down here is that dire. I guess we'll pop one of these things, which is fine. And then... doesn't really matter. I think we're okay. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, fine. Okay. Hopefully we see an alloy construct between these 2 drafts that are coming up. If we do, I think we're golden. If we don't, you know, I have Morsel Made, or Morsel Maker rather. It's fine, I think, is the way I would describe it. It's okay. Yeah, we're going to start losing stuff on middle. That's okay. I knew that floor wasn't long for this world, but it's not an important one, right? It's not one that actually is going to do anything important here. It's just essentially just pushing out morsels, pretty much. So, all good. We eat 1,000,000 morsels. I mean, this floor is crushing. There's no way this loses to Daedalus. I'm doing over 200 damage, and it only is going to get stronger, so... actually free, I think. There you go. I made some more space, why not? Cool. Alright, this should be straightforward. Oh, man, we still have packed morsels, too. We have ammo for this guy for days. You make a couple more of those spell chain copies, and we're going to do some real damage here. This feels pretty okay so far. This maybe gets to a point where it's pretty rough on Divinity. Or maybe I don't see the other pieces I was talking about. You know, I'm mentioning things like, how do I actually kill the bosses? Or how do I deal with backlines? You know, maybe I don't see those tools. And so I have to adapt that a little bit. But Forever Consumed is probably a good pickup. I can give this a 10 in piercing and maybe kill some guys with it or something. I actually think this card is fine here. It's maybe not ideal, but I do think targeted spells, or rather just spells that I can do stuff with in general, are worthwhile. We'll click it. Fine. Crucible Warden, Crucible Collector, Morsel Maker. None of these change my mind about anything. We have one last shot at this, and if we see it, great, and if we don't, fine. I'm okay with Morsel Maker as an infusion. It's unfortunate because I actually think a Morsel Master would have been pretty cool here too. But with an Umbra banner, that's 2 out of 6. It's pretty good odds. We will hunt. I will take card draw here. There's no reason to take Ember or Space right now. We will absolutely go right. Show me the Alloyed Construct. Yo, buddy! Alright, we're online. Third hit is cruising. Excellent. We grab that. I mean, I think I grab money here, right? We're gonna... I mean, I don't need to. Actually, I don't actually need that. We take the money on ring 5 or whatever. We should be cruising here. Architect 2, absolutely. This fits the floor together nice, and we're just going to go ahead and dupe Mr. Packed Morsels here, which is the Packed Morsels with Spell Chain specifically, which is just a disgusting number of morsels. We should crush. Tormentors. This has a couple wide floors. Meow. This has a couple wide floors, but I think we can address them. We're okay. We're only on 45 shards. I think we get away with this. This risks a lot of damage. I'll be clear with you. It does risk a lot of damage. Get that Penumbra in first. We'll put in Morsel Maid here. Cool. Rest of this doesn't really matter. Alright. We avoid Ember Drain at least. That's nice. Good job. Let's click Shade Splitter. Give me the... Yeah, Ember Morsel. Incredible work. That lets me do Hacked Morsels. Morsel Maker. We're going to chow down a bunch. I need these numbers to be fast. I actually think we take this Weight of Contrition. What is this? 25 by 2. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, he doesn't get this kill. We don't actually push out the numbers fast enough. He's going to maybe get up to 6, 4, 4. 6, 4 is a 10, so 35, 35. He pops the front. We do clear this floor. Maybe I can get rid of this? Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm greeting. It's fine. I think we have enough copies in here. We'll be alright. Ooh, we actually don't get it because of the sap. That's right. What a sneaky play here, huh? We'll pull it off, though, thanks in large part to drawing something nice here. I do think we face tank this with a Dreg, however. It's worthwhile. And then tank it here. We should be now able to clear floors. I'm not at risk of Heaven's Seal getting me here now. Cool. Great. Fantastic. We should crush this floor. Not concerned at all. Curse out. Now, triple hits coming up. I think I'm going to stop the 30. I guess I'll just get a lifesteal, right? I'm just going to get a lifesteal somewhere. How much damage are you doing? 86 by 2. He goes crush, crush. 50. This guy leaks right now. So let's pop the guy on middle floor then. Sure. We'll have enough damage to deal with Mr. Backline guy on the bottom floor here eventually. No lifesteal. I guess it kind of doesn't matter, but we're okay for the moment. Alright, we're way past the point of being... There's a lifesteal. Alright, we're super easy mode now. Great. Bonk bonk. Good. Cool. Weight of Contrition here. Good. I'm going to daze one downstairs. And then I'm going to get tanked up top. And then we don't play this Train Steward because I don't really feel like taking this curse. Seems good. Alright, we get through this combat. There's no way this guy beats me, so we are chilling, as it were. Okay. Alright. I'll admit, not actually the worst Umbra run I've seen in a while. We at least see the tools to win here, which is another way of saying Morsel Maid plus Multi-Strike is an option. I'm playing out the cards here so I can see what these numbers get to. Is this all of my alloyed cons? All of my pack morsels? It is. Okay, so we're sitting at a pretty about 181 with all of our ammo right now, which means we want more ammo, and that's also with Morsel Maker feeding into this, so we're going to want more. What is this? Tempered Talisman? And that does benefit, I suppose, exactly one card of mine, so okay. I suppose, why not? Hey, look, Blazing Bolts. We could really go hard on that. Gem Trove is renewable resources. I'm going to take that. It's better than Cannibalize here. Let's grab Resin Removal. Ooh, but Crushing Demise. We go tall. We're already going tall. I think we're okay. Resin Removal will be more important to me. We go right. If I hit the last Multi-Strike, I think we crush. Yeah. It's that simple. Give me a Spell Chain video game, or -2. You know what? I can't lose. Gem Trove being playable is huge. We're also going to go ahead and do that Infusion now. It's correct. Third Multi-Strike. We have enough fuel that I'm not worried about this. Good. Give me Multi-Strike. Ho 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 ho. Alright, I mean, I gotta be real with you. I see this. I don't see how I lose from this position. Right? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good unit. Cool. Now the question next I have to ask myself, do I keep Morsel Maker? He's kind of free stats, but he will die. I could give him some plus 25s, I guess. The only annoyance is drawing them in the wrong order. But when I get Architect 3, it's Intrinsic Space Prism, which is 3 space for Morsel Maker, 2 space for Alloy Construct, and I can still fit a morsel on the floor. I don't actually think Morsel Maker is a detriment. Let's toss him a... Yeah, sure, here you go, champ. Damage Shield 3 on the Morsel Maker. I actually don't hate him. I'm going to buy some Train Steward clears here. And we should be good, right? Do I buy another one? I'm going to this dupe coming up, probably. There's pretty much nothing on the trinket shop that's exciting. It's like, what, double gorge, maybe? That'd be kind of cool. It's, you know, it's one of the few times when Fossilized Fangs actually does something productive. I think I go to the dupe and just make another Spell Chain Pact Morsels. I think it is truly the strongest card in my deck. I guess I can, if I'm doing that, there's really no reason not to buy another removal here. Pretty much the only major challenge that we're facing is, one, don't lose to Diligent, and we're duping spells, so we should be okay. And two, get enough Pact Shards, which we will for sure. Cool. I'm actually okay with this. A lot of these cards are kind of like I could purge Crucible Extension. This is not a very important card, but I guess I could also delay the second Pact Morsels from Spell Chains, the Spell Chain copy. That essentially makes this 2. So that's, I'm looking at how many spells do I have then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19 right now if I do that. I think I can get away with this purge then. This Crucible Extension is, in my opinion, pretty garbo. I don't see a reason for this. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Fine. And we chill on our cash, moving on. Great. We got some survivability for Morsel Maker. I don't mind him hanging out. Sure, I don't care about this. We have X4 hits. It doesn't matter. Great. Cool, we got the good draw order, so to make this work, we go like this, play our unit out, great, I get the other Pact Morsels, he chows down. Alright, great work. My guy is already hitting at 100 damage, cool. Now, maybe we don't get Top Floor Collector? Okay. You know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just get the thing not the way you want it to, and that's okay. We are going to play in Mr. Morsel Maker here. He's cool. We're going to try all of these things. We lose Mr. Collector, and that's honestly fair. We weren't going to win them all anyway. 3 damage. Look at him go. Tempered Talisman. Oh my god. Tempered Talisman forever consumed. He did it. The absolute mad lad. I can't believe it. Never crossed my mind. Alright, let's resin removal downstairs. Get rid of those spikes. Randomly burn what is it called? Hallow Drippings. I almost called it Packed Drippings, and I said, you know what? That doesn't sound accurate. Let's not say that word out loud. And then I told you it anyway. Anyway, we're crushing this. I'm currently doing 400 damage, it seems. We're going to get up to, yeah, 410 here. Just absolute crush. As long as I don't die to the attack damage increase, we should be okay here. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, wait, I'm not actually killing this guy in back. You're right. I am kind of doing something a little dumb here. We can solve this by Dripfall. Look at that, we did it. Incredible work. Now, I then have this problem coming up, which is, you know, not going to be great. I'm going to go ahead and toss a Hallow Drippings at this. You can actually see the exact problem I was discussing, just hitting enough times to clear waves. We have very little backline management, which is potentially a problem. So, we are at least, at a minimum, we pull this off. We go bonk, 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 bonk. Mr. Morsel Maker takes out 1, and then Penumbra takes out 1. So that's, I suppose, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get rid of that Crucible Extension. Start buffing up in the front here. It's good. We're clearing it, so I'm going to pop one of the guys on middle, actually. And then play some more morsels, and we chill. Cool. Bonk, 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 and bonk. Great work. Go team. Let's go ahead and get rid of 19 lifesteal. Seems reasonable. I'm into it. 33 damage. Unbelievable. That's okay. I don't really care. Cool. We're winning in the front. Not even concerned. Great. And now we just click Shade Splitters a bunch. And we should get out of this. Cool. Great. Even a Shade Splitter is straight up a Steel Enhancer, so that's pretty neat as well. Aha! He gets to attack twice. Good job. Alright, we win. Behold, the power of Gem Trove. I could click some other cards here. I mean, there you go. I bonked them once. We did this. Cool. I'm clicking cards because it's fun. Great news. Okay, we crushed this. One round, easy. Alright, we're looking great, I think. Void Binding, Ember Cache. Ember Cache is weaponizable artillery in Diligent. We're just going to click that for sure. Great card. Mortal Entrapment. I don't really care about days right now. We have a million stats. Our guy wins Relentless anyway. It's more just hitting enough times to clear a floor. So stuff like Fatal Melting is actually more attractive to me. Now, granted, that really is only 5 units dying, and maybe Penumbra, so it's what, like 20 damage AoE? 18 plus 3, so 21. It's not great, but you know what the thing about not great is? You don't need it to be great. I can put a 10 in piercing in that. I'm just looking for things that are going to help. We're going to the right. More packed morsels. More! Lost luggage. Alright, we're going to click that. That's for sure correct here. Concussive Coal's not really worth humoring. Take the Horde in the middle. How do I feel about this? Cleansing Water, Precious Plating, Infused Mallet. I'm really leaning on Cleansing Water. I'm just debating the Precious Plating. It's never Infused Mallet. Get out of here. This is not a serious consideration. Health? I think Cleansing Water is going to provide more value overall. This also can do things like let me take Spell Shield on Ring 7 freely. Well, I don't want to say freely, but like 50% free, right? Or spikes, similar. I'm going to take the Cleansing Water. I think that's fine. See if we roll an Overstack or something here. Huh. Is this ever correct? Make him huge? What's the space situation on this? Let's think about that for a moment. If he's gigantic, you can't get Penumbra on... Well, you can, actually, right? Think about this. Run this math. We have 6 space on the floor because Penumbra is Intrinsic Space Prism the champion. Okay. If I draw Morsel Maker first, this doesn't work. If I draw Morsel Maid first, this does work. I mean, with that in mind, I don't see any reason to take the Large Stone. I think it's too risky, right? We have to get Morsel Maid in first, and I can't be slow. This is a lot of power. That's why I'm thinking about it. I love Major Refraction, but I just think it's a little too much. It's a little too much here. Now, the unfortunate thing, you can't really dupe Morsel Maid and have him be functional. One thing I have done in the past is you play one Morsel Maid, you power him up a little bit, then you play the second one on the second draw through and begin powering him up. You're kind of splitting your scaling, but it does work, right? With 4 hits, I think duping is going to be stronger. Now, I could do this if I take space or get rid of Morsel Maid, and I wonder which is better. Morsel Maid is free scaling. It's honestly not bad. And, I mean, he's going to survive, right? Because he's got that damage shield 3. He'll die eventually, but whatever. I don't care. Maybe he lives eventually if I get the Gem Trove back enough times. But... Huh. I could also just play Morsel Maid the second time through. The only problem is then you're giving up scaling on turn 1, right? What if I draw a bunch, especially with Lost Luggage, I could draw a bunch of Packed Morsels on turn 1. You're kind of just gambling a little bit. I don't love this gamble. But like I said, if I take space on ring 7, or I guess ring 6 at this boss, then I think this becomes free, because then I have 7 space, and I can always make this work. I think I'm actually going to do this. This is a lot of stats, and I really like it. And the Tiny Stone doesn't benefit me. Now we're going to continue to dupe the most important card in our deck, which is Packed Morsels. Yes, more of those. Alright, Curse fell. Do I just play bottom floor? Probably, right? I actually do think it is just bottom floor here. I don't see any reason to do anything else. Cool. Here's Penumbra. Here's Morsel Maid. He's huge. Great. We just click cards now. We're going to accept that I am taking damage here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to eat this Ultimate Penance, and it's going to just be fine, right? It's going to have to be okay. There's really nothing fancy that I can do here. Now, I could gamble on a free spell or a free unit on the Rubble Morsel here. I think it is wiser. Just go hard, right? Just scale over and overflow this to the best of our ability. And chill. Now, I can't play Morsel Maid on this floor, remember, because I won't be able to fit the morsels themselves. It's just him. This only is an inconvenience now, right? We take 5 or whatever this is. Yeah. It's only an inconvenience right now. It will become better later. And I really don't want to eat this sap. Can we get rid of this guy? I think I'm actually just going to shoot him, maybe. I think we're going to shoot in front and then daze in back. And that's probably going to be correct. Yeah, I think that's better. Cool. We're already winning right now, so I think the play is I can just poor Morsel Maker can go chill up here, and that's going to be fine. Sure. Shade Splitter in, and then I'm not going to take further damage here. I am just going to drop a bunch of stuff upstairs to get rid of it. Fine. Okay. Fair enough. We're pushing past. Numbers are your friend. Click Shade Splitter. Hey, we hit. Great job. Okay, now we're going to push. I think we actually push big numbers through to the boss here. We do. Looks like it's going to be pretty decent amount. I definitely fed morsels to that dreg that just died, so that's kind of funny. And sure, we'll put stealth in. Why not? There you go. Have fun. 3 damage. Incredible work. Okay. Yeah, we bonk through. Seems okay. Cool. Now, I would love to not take damage, so I think the play is always Gem Trove, and then we accept this damage, because I really think that we need to win. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this floor now. I could have maybe not done that. Maybe this is an unnecessary 5 damage. This one at least I can justify a little bit, I think. Okay, let's play cards. Get rid of curses. Cool, play random stuff. Great. We've gotten rid of the sap as well, which is nice. No longer dealing with that. Currently dealing around 800 damage in a turn. Seems fine. This is noticeably slower without... Ugh, gross. This is noticeably slower without our friend, which is to say... this guy up here, Morsel Maker. Without him on the floor, we're definitely feeling this, yeah? We push a casual 590 through. We're actually super fine. Easy. Got it. Not going to click these cards. Okay, cool. It's good enough. Alright, now we take space here. How do I feel about Shroud Spike? Not very good. It's good, but not here. Never going to get a morsel on this floor, right? unless you play a very certain way in the early turns. It's never Wax and Spike, though this does legitimize the draft combination I described earlier, so that's good. Never Blazing Bolts. Too late, too little, don't care. I must pay the tax if I want Morsel Maker. Remember, we get 1 space from Penumbra, which is cool, except that it means I can't play the Morsel Maker. My deck doesn't really have a lot I need to click on, pretty much. It's just morsels. So I think it is space here, because Morsel Maker is doing work. And this secures it. Now I can remove garbage here, which is honestly pretty good, and maybe see another plus 25 for our lad. Then we go and hit up the Hellvent on ring 8, and I think we cruise. So let's plan for that. The temple here says plus 30. I'm going to put that in Fatal Melting for sure. Purge. I don't hate any of these cards. They're fine. They're all decent. Sure. We're going to take Architect 3, of course. Absolutely. The removals here are probably just Train Steward and Dregs. Sure. And then we go Merchant of Steel. Plus 25. Honestly, great. There he is. I don't feel like investing any further in this guy. Wonderful work. Now, last removal is probably going to be Molten Encasement. Do we even see removals? Nah, they're not lining up. That's fine. I don't mind. I'll just leave these 5 units in because they make Fatal Melting a little stronger, I guess. And it'll improve my redraws. So, sure. I think we viably could crush 200 shards here. The biggest challenge will be making sure we actually clear the waves, because we have very minimal backline management. Fatal Melting doing some heavy lifting here. So, and Spell Chain is causing some problems for it. So, you know, doing our best, I suppose, but it is what it is. I forgot I didn't infuse Morsel Maker. It's cool, I don't actually care. We'll move on. Yeah, I actually don't think high shards is going to make a big difference here. The struggle is not... Oh man, Winged Horde with Spell Shield, huh? We do 5 hits on the floor, right? Yeah, we do. The biggest challenge is actually hitting enough times on the floor, right? That's the thing. Okay. Now, this is the bummer. We do need to play our man. Absolutely. This is the draw order that gives you some concerns. I'm going to take the Shade Splitter here. That's a good roll. Okay. Now we go downstairs, pop this guy, which lets me play Morsel Maker in, which now enables me to go. Great. Cool. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, wait. Why did you need this, right? But remember, he takes up 2 additional space here. Did I do the math wrong? Don't tell me I did the math wrong. I've been talking about this strategy for 3 rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's Intrinsic Space Prison, the champion, so you go to 6. 6 net space gained. He's 3, he's 4. I'm not crazy. Okay. I'm not crazy. He's 3, he's 4. Yeah, 7. I don't have 7 space. Okay, I'm not mad. Alright, I'm looking at this thinking to myself, what is wrong with me? It's just because of the weirdness of how this plays out, right? Yeah, 1 creates 2, 3, 7. I do have 7 space now, so I needed this space. And I needed Penumbra on the floor. It just looks weird because there's 2 open slots there, right? It's just very strange. It's hard to tell you why that looks so weird, but we're okay here. We make it past this combat without too much concern. The random Morsel Maker morsels are doing a lot of heavy lifting, actually, so we should pretty confidently crunch this all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next floor is cleared. Great. Bottom floor is, I suppose, the next challenge. I'll need to be over I'll need to hit him. All right, we'll hit one guy, and that'll be enough. Cool. Great work. I was going to say we need to be over 190 here, but I don't actually think we do. Or 290, I meant to say. But we're fine. All right, morsels, click cards. Okay. My favorite part of Monster Train is mashing my mechanical keyboard until this guy stops eating. Great job. Here, kill this man. Here, burn this. And we do 3... I know we do enough damage here. We pop him. Great job. That should be plenty. Remember, we can also... the reason I said 190 is because I do 100 in the back. That's where that number comes from. So... I am a little bit at the mercy of actually drawing into some of my defensive options, which is kind of funny. Like, this bottom floor is about to do 100 or something damage to me, which is a problem, if I'm being honest with you. I'm going to shoot this guy and just kill him, actually. Goodbye. That helps. Cool. Alright, give me that excavated ember. Oh yeah, resin removal. My friend, my hero, resin removal. Alright. So we resin removal middle, and I am just going to blast it with fatal melting, which is pretty cool. I can get away with it. I know, I spent my last ember. Don't worry, I have Mind Collapse. It's not doomed. We pop this friend, save some health, and then blow mid-floor up, and we're chilling. Alright, cool. We get past Winged Horde, not much challenge here. We're good. Good to go. I'll kill one man there, that's fine. Great work. We easy win this combat. I'm just going to burn this unit. Cool. Alright. Alright. Gem Trove. Alright, we got some lifesteal. Game is absolutely chillin'. Yeah, the reason this 2-space is necessary, I'm correct, is because he creates 2-space. So if I had drawn the wrong order, I could still play the Morsel Maid. We did a good job. We're smart. Alright, I didn't mess up. Alright, easy win. Whatever, all good. Absolutely crunch this floor. Okay, cool. Looking fine. Over 1,000 money. Excellent news. Do I want engine upgrade? Not really. Do I want Gem Trove? Gem Trove Mark II. A little hard to play it if I don't hit an upgrade. I guess I could -1/-1 this other Gem Trove. It's a good use of that. Sure, why not? I don't see any reason why not. We'll click it. Cool. I'll take a Crushing Demise. At this point, they show it to me. That just kills a unit on the floor. I think we should crush this combat. We go left, take health. Cool. I'm going to grab the money because you might as well. Doesn't really matter, but... Hey, Trader's Quill, you can actually super weaponize... Wait, is it... Let me tell you how good Ember Cash plus Trader's Quill is. We're probably taking that. Double stack. I'm going to go ahead and -1/-1 this Gem Trove. 20 consume? No, I like my spells. Double stack. Nope, don't care. Reroll it. Permafrost. There are some options for a Permafrost, but I don't really think they're that big of a deal. I'm going to make this one cost 2. 2 is functional, 3 is a little dicey. I am going to grab Trader's Quill here. I can use this to kill Wiltwings and a bunch of other cheeky stuff. It's a really good card. Let me tell you what, I think Ember Cash is a lot better than it gets credit for. It looks like a very do-nothing card, but not only is it very strong into Diligent, it has great synergies with like Etch, Trader's Quill is cool, and if you have the other one, the one that makes it Winged Clippings, right? That's the one that makes it so it doesn't actually consume. You never hate playing more of these cards. You make it 0 cost rather, and then you just... Anytime you save an Excavated Ember, it's free energy. So, spin this. Speaking of Winged Clippings, anyway, I'm going to buy Fossilized Fangs here. That's good because that is double scaling. +4/+4 per gorge. Speaking of Winged Clippings, I just need to think if I want something else more. Like a removal permafrost. This is what, 285, which gives me 320? No, math is hard. No, math is very difficult, and I am doing the math incorrectly. That is 220 plus 285. So with 220, I could not get winged clippings, bio removal, and by the permafrost. Permafrost is basically me thinking, do I want to do that with resin removal to lock it on a good floor, or maybe crushing demise to kill a mini boss or something? I think we're fine either way, no problem. The removals are just speed me up, pretty much. I don't think any of my cards are bad. I think I'm not going to take wing clippings in this particular instance because I don't want to replay these hollow drippings. There's a lot of cards in here that I would like to stay consumed. So, although, let me tell you, winged clippings plus packed morsels is pretty dope. That's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, I changed my mind. I changed my mind quickly on that one, huh? I might consider actually removing a hollow drippings now. I don't think I need to permafrost anything, right? Are there any other consumes that are worse? No, I don't think so. Sure, this prevents this from causing me some problems. And we chill. I'm going to take a plus 10, put that into... I'll go over 20 on Mind Collapse. I think it'll be important. I can play that 1 Ember and pop some things. The dupe here is, you guessed it. Hey look, I'm clicking this card again. How many more packed morsels can I make? I don't know. I made every single one the game let me. Look at this. It's like I X5'd it or something. Anyway, 155 out of 100. I think we have this, right? We've been as efficient as possible. And I think we've also been the appropriate amount of respectful. Okay, how are we approaching this now? I do not generate Ember. That's true. Diligent, actually kind of spicy. So, here's the angle. We're going to drop... We're just going to sacrifice the dregs first. This is going to be a tricky combat. I'm probably taking a bunch of damage to Pyre from curses, but it's going to be okay. Right? Most of my stuff is 0 cost. The first card you play is consumed, so let's... Is there a way... I need to make sure I don't waste this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... I waste the spell chain copy if I do this. I think we accept the Ember Drain here. Or actually, we could play mid-floor? I don't know if we ramp fast enough. Maybe we do. 35 by 4 is 70... I mean, that's 140 already. Doesn't take much. And he's double Gorge. Huh. I could have maybe played bottom floor, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Can I still? I can't play Morsel Maker on this turn, sadly. So we are going to be a little slower. I'm going to play mid-floor, I think. Right? Because I go to 6 space, but I have him on the floor. So it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to play mid. This buys me an extra turn and prevents the Ember Drain. Yes. Then we're going to drop in Alloyed Buddy. Now I'm going to play the Packed Morsels. It's possible this doesn't get consumed. It did. And honestly, that's okay. We feed the morsels, begin this process. I could leave in the packed stuff if I want to, but I actually think I want to daze... What am I at? 62 by 4 is 124... 256? 258? No, 248. 248. Okay, so we bonk this guy apart. Assuming next turn I draw anything that gives me morsels, I think this daze is the most effective play. Okay. Take 1. Fine. I think we have a very high likelihood of drawing something that says morsels on this. Yeah, okay, great. Cool. Toss this a bonk. Preserved. Get got, loser. Alright, this turn is nuts. Okay, we pop off. Let's go downstairs and begin this process, I think. I don't actually mind if they don't get preserved, because any that get preserved are high value. Of course, it's preserving the ones that are not spell chained, but hey, you know, that's funny. It's fine. This is also a case where I don't actually care if... I don't really care if what's happening is they get consumed fast. This is not a run where I'm really worried about my spells. Once I spend them all, great. Very cool, right? Extremely cool. You just gotta go fast here is the trick. Alright, we're clearing waves now. We are past the point of caring about these units. Good job. Okay. We're going to take fewer curses by playing middle, which is itself a benefit. What do I do here? I'm going to go ahead and resin removal. It's a good turn to do it. It's the burn. Got it. I'm going to play that Vengeful Shard. I'm going to go ahead and pop the guy on bottom floor so I can Fatal Melting and stop this sap from coming in and push, you know, 600 casual damage into the boss. By the way, Tempered Talisman for 3 damage just took out a Wilt Wings. Sign me up. Let's play the Hallow Drippings upstairs. Kills that man. Great work. And then I think it is as simple as, yeah, just hit. Ember Morsel. Wait for it. Just hit. Incredible. Game is so easy. Alright, cool. Great. And we cruise. We're over 800 damage right now, and we are ramping. Great. We win. Alright, we definitely win this combat now. Ember Cache is my sacrifice here. 100%. We preserved it. Wonderful news. Let's play this. Okay, we didn't hit the Ember Morsel. We're not going to gamble on it. Ah, I preserved it. Wonderful. In that case, we just play a ton of units. Morsels, activate. One day I will see my Morsel Maker again. It's okay. Seeing them both in the top 10 cards is not unlikely, but it's not that likely either, right? It feels like it shouldn't be that common. And yet it is. And yet it is. We are clearing this whole floor, which is pretty cool. None of these are the sap guys. Great. We just stopped some hits here, which I think pushes 100 through. Cool. I'm going to pop this downstairs. It's preserved. Fantastic. I wanted to get rid of that Wilt Wings. Cool. We should have no problems winning this run. He has no stealth. He has nothing that can stop us. And then I just face tank here and it's good. Cool. Massive bonks and crunch. Okay, we're gonna hit this guy upstairs. Let's just bonk him with an Excavated Ember. That got preserved. Incredible work. We're gonna airdrop in Morsel Maker at long last. He's back. Incredible work. Really good rolls there. Woof. Love that. What a good set of rolls. We got a ton of morsels out of that. Preserved some really good cards. And we should crush this. I'm going to have to go watch this video afterwards because I'm not actually sure what the struggle here was, right? Here, 33 damage for you, Diligent. I'm going to have to look at that because it's most likely that this was one of his 300-something shard runs, right? And as a result, it just kind of... that was the problem, the real struggle there. It's pretty likely. Gamble. Oh, we lose the gamble. Fine. It's a gamble that you're not mad to lose because you get a better morsel out of it, so kind of whatever. We easy crunch this. I think I can just press end turn in victory here, right? Yeah. I do take a lot of damage. Don't get me wrong. That is 114. I was taking like 200 still, so that's a pretty painful floor, regardless. But he does absolutely slam Seraph here. Cool. Great. Wonderful work. We go on. No blank pages. No Shard of Divinity. And we should crunch this, I think. Play top floor. Oh, thank you, Cleansing Water. A genius. Incredible work. This is kind of optimal, in my opinion. We play Dreg. I am going to struggle to find a world where I don't take Ember Drain here without wasting cards. So I think the play is give up the ghost and stop trying. We do this. I did preserve it, which is fantastic news. Do 1,000,000 damage here, which is fantastic. You could crunch here and crush, but I think the right choice... I could also daze here and save Penumbra some health. Penumbra is not long for this world, though, I suspect. And that is kind of a bummer. I'm going to save him the health, I think. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I do get some value out of this stuff anyway. I guess I should have played that downstairs, right? Would have killed this man. It's true. That's okay. I shot 30 damage into the boss. He's upset about it. Got Divinity, whatever. It's fine. I could have actually used the drag upstairs to stop this Ember Drain from being a problem, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more. Interesting. Not going to risk this. Last mid-floor, we preserve it. Great news. Cool. Okay, now I'm going to blast the damage shield off here, which is great. Thank you so much. Trader's Quill combo? Actually crazy, huh? Do some damage downstairs. I'm already over that threshold. I guess we'll shoot middle, right? It's fine. I guess I preserved it fine as well. Okay, this will be the hardest part of the run by a fairly wide margin. So I could, there's a few options here. I could Molten Encasement. Bonk, 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 bonk. I give up 100 damage on the boss if I do it this way. Or you Gem Trove, which I think is the stronger play because it similarly stops this and also tosses in a ton of morsels, keeps things moving. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to gamble the Shade Splitter here, I don't think. No, no, no. I'm okay with that. And... ridiculous. Whatever. 3 damage. Alright, go for it. Okay, so... the big waves are coming in. We're going to have to deal with them somehow. First things first, let's blast middle. Big plays. Get some morsels in there. Good. That's a really good play. Big fan of that. We're clearing top, which is promising. The angle here is I'm definitely going to Mind Collapse the Conduit Redirector, which I think is important. Right. Clearing top, I'm okay with that. See, you could deal with the Shade Wings here, but I think the... I'm going to find a Lifesteal Morsel somewhere, so I think I prefer this. Guess I have no real reason to click any of these cards, so I think I just let it ride. Fine. Okay. Good. Great. Wonderful. Our goal is going to be to blast Overcharged Apprentice into the Shadow Realm. Yeah, here's where we lose Mr. Man in the back, which is a huge bummer. We do get the Lifesteal, which is great. So that's good. But we lose Penumbra. My goal now is to essentially find a consume card on this turn. We found a consume card on this turn. Great. We're actually clearing this anyway, which is kind of shocking now that I think about it. I need to be over 290. I will be over 290 after this turn. Great. It's a really strong Fatal Melting on bottom floor, to be honest with you. I could get one of the mid-floor guys, but I think it's got to be bottom floor. I have to deal with this, which is really powerful. So, I need to end with... I can get him on the top. Okay, cool. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Consume Cards bottom floor here to push some numbers in. It's wonderful to preserve that, let me tell you. Then I'm going to basically spend all my Ember on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. Cool. Purge copies go in. My man is getting strong. Good. Great. Alright. I'm going to do this. We do this. I'm going to click Shade Splitter off floor. Cool. We spent all of our money. Seems bad. I take him upstairs. Excellent. Pushes 340. I then get to Fatal Melting bottom floor, which neuters that floor. And wonderful. We're over 290. Morsel, we're going to lose Morsel Maker soon, but he's not really contributing that much. I guess I could save him, actually. Let's do the morsels first. They're the more important part of this, right? Wonderful rolls. Excellent news. The morsels are the more important part of this, for sure. My man needs to do 1 billion damage. Anytime I can get the waves under 4 enemies, we're chilling. Let's go ahead and blast 2 hitting him no matter what. I guess I'll blast mid-floor. It didn't get preserved. Oh no. Now, I could then also stealth here. It's a pretty good stealth. I'll redraw this fast enough. I say go for it. Cool. That protects me for 2 rounds as well, which is nice. It's a good addition. We should be winning this run, I think. I believe that's accurate. Oh no, we didn't get the preserve. Bummer. Get him. Oh no, we didn't get the preserve. They got me again. Oh no. It's okay. I really don't care. I'll play it off floor. These purge copies don't really matter. We just drop these in. Alright, we're definitely winning Relentless in case there was any question. My guy is doing roughly 2,000 damage a turn. It's really just a matter of hitting enough times. This run might kind of actually be pretty rough if you maybe make some... I don't want to call them misplays, but if you're not careful about... That's a really good Fatal Melting on middle. I'm going to crush bottom. Fair. If you're not careful about, like, waiting for the Alloyed Construct infusion, which I think is pretty much ideal here, you're not guaranteed to see it, but I was not in a rush, right? I think you could reasonably come to the conclusion that you should wait on that, right? Yeah. Yeah, we crushed this. No problems. Wonderful. Blast him. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna shoot that man. Fair enough. Goodbye, Morsel Maker. You did your best. You know, I could see how you rationalize this and you make the decision to go in on Crucible Warden early, and maybe you're taking so many shards that you feel like you have to, and then you lose out on the Alloyed Construct opportunity. But knowing that the Umbra banner was coming up, I don't think you needed to rush. Unless your goal was to take every single pack shard and you were... I mean, you could even then, you would just do Dreg infusions, right? Self-infuse a Dreg or something. We'll go to the challenge. Okay, I am curious in what happened here. Let's find out. Alright, we get Tiny Stone. It looks like they took a large stone. They never found the second multi-strike, actually. They took a large stone instead. Ooh, that looks like a real struggle if you only have the 2 hits, right? They did keep... very similar. 220 shards. They did... We're not actually that far off. We're 155. I could have very easily gone higher, so it would not have been a problem. But I chose not to because it's not the goal of the series. The goal of the series is to win. They still won, though, so that's fine. If you're looking at the numbers, this doesn't seem like it was that big of a struggle, but almost certainly that's just because you either die or you take 5 damage. It's kind of no in-between. What else do we have? Bunch of Ember Cache ammunition, holdover Crushing Demise, gave up on the perils of production. There's that Fatal Melting, it's good. I don't really like Blazing Bolts here, but fair enough. It can be functional. Deadweight. Wait, did they not take a single Gem Trove? Wow. That's shocking. And the 2, 3... Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 packed morsels. They consumed this one. Interesting. You know, I actually think This could definitely have been cleaned up a lot. I mean, even then, just waiting, you don't need to commit to the large stone here, right? This guy is so durable, especially if you went with the Crucible Warden infusion. So this kind of double misses, right? This misses by waiting, by taking too long, and basically, well, actually not taking too long, but rather going too fast. Basically just taking stuff quickly and not actually waiting. Morsel Maid is so durable in this particular clan combo, in this not this clan combo, but this setup, that there's really no risk in just sitting on one upgrade slot for a while, right? You can just do that, no problem. And then when you find the other multi-strike, it's just gravy. Cool. I'm hitting over here 4 times, which very cleanly addresses this run. You're absolutely fair, though. You don't have great backline answers. I think the gem troves were really good, though. I mean, my numbers were really strong as a result. We do both keep the morsel maker, it looks like. I didn't infuse mine, but you did in your case. That's fine. And then I do take an Ember Cache. It looks like they duped it, maybe? I'm not actually sure why. It looks like, see, the thing is they take double Ember here, and they have a Perils. It does look like they're maybe trying to push just like high Ember without taking an Ember Relic, which is kind of interesting, especially because of how expensive this Packed Morsels is, right? So this guy goes 1 then 2, and you need to be able to play this every time you see it, right? But you're walking into Diligent here, so you're in a really dicey situation. You've kind of built your own grave a little bit here. Now, in my particular case, it's actually pretty easy, right? I just made 4 copies of this Packed Morsels because I don't need the Remove Consume. Just play this one a million times. I'm actually very surprised they didn't take the Trader's Quill. That seems like an obvious pick with all of this ammunition. I have so many Consume cards. Just completely... You saw I was killing entire units with them. It was really good. And then the Winged Clippings actually I ended up paying out too. So we had the whole combo. The Quill and the Clippings. What other major changes do we note? Anything of particular interest here? No, I do think I would have taken Gem Troves. I mean, I obviously did. I think they're great here. We can make them affordable, and it's fine. Diligent is a little bit spicy on the Ember cost. I went with Space in order to guarantee that I'd be able to keep the Morsel Maker. Oh, actually, did they make this guy big? No, he's only 2 space. This is actually super easy as a result, right? You don't even have to worry about it. So because they went with Tiny Stone, probably actually a 1 space. This shows it wrong, right? I think the Tiny Stone came later. So, yeah. All right, fair. Cool. No, this makes sense. So I see what happened. They don't need the extra space. I do because of the order. This never actually punished me because I just kept drawing everything on turn 1. But we did rationalize through it. I needed that space so that I don't have to wait on Morsel Maker rather, if I see it first and don't see Morsel Maker in the top 10. So a good decision in my opinion, but it didn't punish us. Either way, we could have gotten away with it, but I'm glad we at least thought through it and solved that problem. So otherwise, I feel pretty confident that we did a great job here. This is a very clean run overall, in my opinion, and I think we've solved this quite effectively. Big shout out to Trader's Quill and Wing Clippings, really turning this into a lot of just massive damage. They're very synergistic, right? Because Trader's Quill triggers even if the card is not consumed, because you just have to play a card that has consume, right? Big difference. So anyway, that's a lot of talking. I think I'm good to go here. Excellent work, Go Team. Fun run. I don't often get a cursed run with a Morsel Maid submission, so that's neat. And yeah, I will try, if I forget, someone make a comment that tells me to put a link to the original video that this is from in the description. I might forget, but someone will let me know. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.